Okay, I'm going to demonstrate how to do an etching for you, and if you have a look here, there's an example of, at the top end, there's some old etchings that have been used in magazines and things, and further down you can see an etching plate and the actual print. That's the skeleton there. So we're going to have a go at trying to produce something like that. What I've got is an illustration here that's got lots and lots of lines in it. It's the sort of thing that would really suit having an etching made of it. And what I've done is I've photocopied it in reverse. So you can see that there. And these are the tools that I'm going to be using. It's an etching plate, a scrim cloth, some stuff to put ink on, a couple of different inks there, and a very mighty tool there. That's the compass that we're going to be using. So what you have to do is to get your drawing. So it could be your own drawing, or it could be a cheat like I've done. So this is my cheat here, and what I've done on this is to place a plate like this, that's clear, this perspex, over the top, and I've actually stuck that down with masking tape so that it stays in the right position. And once it's in that position, we'll start to use the tip of a compass to scrape into it, and you can follow the lines of the original drawing underneath, and you press quite hard into the surface. Okay, now you can really take your time on this and get really intricate work done. You might even be able to shop around for some finer tipped compasses to work with. Now I've actually already started this one a little while ago, and I've got quite far with it. Like I say, it really suits anything that's got lots and lots of lines in it, and it's the sort of thing that they used back in the day, before photography, in the newspapers, and they would print out lots and lots of images using a technique similar to this. This is dry point etching. It's a much safer technique. The old-fashioned technique we're not allowed to use in school because it involves the use of acid, and health and safety won't allow us to jeopardise anybody's skin, that sort of thing. So if I can just put a piece of paper underneath that, and you can see, if I lift it, you can see the surface has been scratched onto that. Okay, so it's important, if you want it the right way round, it is important that you photocopy your image as a mirror image, so that that's not going to come out the wrong way round. That's vital if you're going to include anything like writing in your work. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this off very carefully, pop that to one side, and I'm going to start adding the ink to this. I'm going to stick it down again. So what I need to do now is to get ink into the grooves. And I'm going to mix up some black and blue to do that. It's got to be ink. It's got to be sticky. Paint isn't sticky enough. So I'm trying to work this in with a trusty spatula into the grooves. This is quite a time-consuming problem with this is quite often it's trial and error. There might be different things that get the ink into the grooves better than other things. So you might try something like this stippling brush. Now this stippling brush is specially designed to have these short, hard bristles, and it might work better at getting the ink into the grooves. You can see how amazingly attractive that surface looks now. I can't see what's supposed to be happening, but if crazy now. When you've done that, the next stage is to wipe it all off again. Now this is a scrim cloth, this is called. It's a special cloth that's quite tough for this sort of task. But this is time consuming. In fact, I've got to put something underneath to protect that. This is time consuming, it's also very messy, as you can see. I might have to get some cloth very shortly. As I'm going over this is very sticky. Oops. And what we want is to be left with a clean piece of acetate, or perspex rather, and the surface should be clean like that, but the grooves should keep the ink in them. And this is coming along all right now. All the chairs are rattling on the table. I'm just going to get some more cloth because I'm completely covered now. And this is actually coming out quite nicely. Now what I did before actually inking up or anything was to put some paper in the sink and get it a little bit on the damp side. Because the next process that we need to do is to put this through the roller, and put it through the wringer almost. So the roller is like a mangle, and puts a lot of pressure on the block, and with some damp paper on it, hopefully, between the damp paper and the pressure from the rollers, we should end up with a good print. Now, actually the rolling out bit can be the most frustrating bit, because that is very much trial and error as well, and trying to get the right pressure. Unfortunately, I can't film that bit yet.